Okay, so we are looking back at the quotient rule. We only did half these notes, so we're going to finish them out hopefully quickly. Hopefully this is a long video. So what it ends up being is when you have a quotient rule and you have it raised to a power. So what you essentially are doing is exactly what you would do with power to a power. So you are going to distribute this power, but you're going to do it to both, up top in the numerator and the denominator. So that's how we get a to the m divided by b to the m. Okay, so if we look at a couple examples down here, we are going to distribute this 3 onto the z to the 4th, and we're also going to distribute it onto the 5. So this becomes z to the 4 times the 3. Remember, when we take a power to a power, we multiply. So 4 times 3 becomes 12. And then now we have 5 to the 3rd power. But remember, we don't leave that as 5 to the 3rd power. We need to simplify that out, so it becomes z to the 12th power over 125. And that's our answer here. So now let's look at b, and I'm going to do it in a different color. So we have -2 that we are distributing. So this becomes 4 to the -2 power over x to the -6. Remember, we don't keep negatives. Math etiquette, no negative exponents. So we need to literally flip both of these. So the 4 needs to come down, the x needs to go up. So this becomes x to the +6 power now, and 4 to the +2nd. So this becomes x to the 6th over 4 to the 2nd power is 16. So now let's look at just a little bit more. So again, we have a over b to the -n power. So what happens is that we flip what's on the inside, and now we take that power and it becomes positive once we flip it. It's just like we've divided and put it over 1. We can't divide by a fraction here. We already have a fraction. We never divide by a fraction. We always multiply by its reciprocal. So we should be multiplying by a reciprocal. We flip it, it becomes the reciprocal. Now we have a positive power. And again, we distribute the n to the inside to both. So it becomes b to the n over a to the n. So that's what we are going to do right down here. So I take -3, it goes to the 2. And it's also, actually, I just lied, already started off wrong. This is a negative exponent, and I can't get this to erase for some reason. Okay, whatever, we're going to continue on. So we have a negative exponent. We immediately flip it. Immediately. So now it becomes y to the 4th over 2x to the 6th. And the -3 becomes positive, and now we distribute that negative. I wonder if it'll erase now. Maybe not, okay. So we distribute the 3, and this becomes y to the 12th power because we are multiplying. 3 also goes down to the 2 and the x, so it becomes 2 to the 3rd, x to the 18th. And we need to simplify 2 to the 3rd, so we have y to the 12th power over 2 to the 3rd, which is 8x to the 18th power. All right, and the last one down here, again, immediately flip. So this becomes 5b goes to the top, a goes to the bottom. Power now becomes positive, and then we distribute it on the inside. So we have 5 squared, b squared over a squared. We don't leave the 5 squared as that. We simplify. It becomes 25 b squared over a squared.